think it's safe to rest here now.
Huh?
What's the matter, Law?
It's just weird how quiet it is.
Are you sure? Isn't this how it normally is?
Usually there's a little more going on. Like building and repairing houses and stuff. But there's none of that.
Now that you mention it, you're right. Did they halt the repairs or something?
Well, if it isn't the Blazing Sword, and Law too.
Just call me Alphen.
But that's no way to speak to our hero and savior.
Hey, what's going on? It looks like the construction's on hold.
It is. Is that why you're here?
No, I was just wondering. Mind explaining?
You know how the Crimson Crows are in charge of reconstruction? Well, they've been busy lately, which means the repairs on my house are taking forever. My family's tired of waiting so long. We could make some progress if we at least had materials. But those damn Zeugles.
So you want us to do something about that?
Yes! You can find what we need in the Iglia Wastes. Should be a cakewalk for a hero, right?
Talk about getting carried away. Sheesh.
I guess this is what heroes do now.
Alphen.
Still, we can't ignore this. Come on.
Something's bothering you again.
People rely on us because we're heroes. And we just drop everything to help them because it's expected of us. Is that really the way it should be?
Crap! Oh, hey!
Really?
I guess...
Well?
Yeah!
Sure.
That phrasing has got me especially curious.
What exactly can't be placed, and where? Could it have something to do with collecting clothing?
I don't know, but something seems off. Zeugles have been gathering recently, huh?
What is this? What is this?
Life seems to be improving for these people. Even their clothes are higher quality.
They're still not as well off as some other places, but they're getting there. The Iglia Wastes haven't changed. Still nothing but Zeugles living here.
Not to be rude, but it's not exactly the sort of place I'd want to live anyway.
Coming
Chain
through.
between heaven and earth.
Eat dirt.
A wailing banshee of lightning! Here's the wind! Air thrust! Where are you going?
Nicely done, Xion.
You expected any less?
I sure did. Sword Rain Alpha.
Wow!
We got some good equipment!
I can't say its appearance is to my tastes, personally.
Huh? Is that what we're looking for?
Discourteous, aren't you? Can't get out of this! Can you take it? Getting what?
A chain between heaven and earth. Glad you had your use of it.
I'll show you how useful I can be! Reflect on thy skin. They smite with blackened blade!
Thank goodness we won. Go no further!
I'll smash you! Breath of life, heal my weary companion. Cure! Reflect on thy sins. They smite with blackened blade! No armor stop me!
I'll take care of it.
Remind me to stay on your good side. Time to let it rip!
Get toasty!
Burn strike!
Here's a healing arc!
I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara!
Execution! Coming through! Ha! Melt! Scarlet and... This is the power of the blazing sword!
I heard Calaglia's climate became milder after the worlds merged, but this is...
It has only become milder in comparison. Stay calm. I shall provide assistance.
Bring you down. Come forth and unity! Here! Will this help?
Execution! On your...
Healing circle! Lightning condemn! Annihilation! The flashing part's their weak point!
Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry.
Hitting pile timer! Eagle ray! They smite with blackened blade!
I'll heal you all!
Execute this! Now you see what I can do!
Here I go. Nice. Now I can keep at it.
I didn't heal you just so you can get hurt again.
I know.
Glacial spear! Piercing! If we...
Hey! Blow them away! Over so soon?
There's the Zoogle we were asked to handle.
Come one, come all!
I'll heal you all!
I'll face you! I can't get out of this! Elusive deity! Hitting pile timer!
Hear me!
Demon
The
blast!
waters of Pierce the evil! The flashing part's their weak point! Freeze Lancer!
Leave the ensnaring to me. Yeah! To me!
Here's a healing
Round of life! Heal my weary companion! Shattering the pieces!
That's no good! I can't focus!
Heal
Take
my
some time
weary...
to... Coming through! Ha! Melt! Scarlet Inferno! Here I come!
Breath of life! Heal my weary companion! Cure!
Maybe
Victory is within
Kisara
reach!
a little dig deep, and we can do this!
Impressive fervor, little one. Execution! I'll fly you into dust!
Get you all tucked away!
Begin!
Illuminate the
Elusive deity! Everlasting dust! Is that the Zoogle we were talking?
Out of our way!
Blackened blade!
Burn in hell!
Air thrust! A chain between heaven and earth!
On your knees!
A whirling struggle! Go for the weak point!
Won't escape me.
Frozen.
Hammer!
Thanks, Shion.
It's not the first time.
And I'm still grateful.
Raging
Can you take it?
Spread. Little help.
I shall ensure you survive this.
That'll bring you down. Get on in there, Jim.
Can you take it?
Now.
Does it hurt? All in order.
Nice one. Amazing technique.
I owe you, Shion.
Healing is what my art... It sure didn't look like that to me. Let's keep our eyes on the prize. I have a bad feeling about this.
Then the sky is mine. Did that help at all?
Here I come.
Execution.
On your
You picked the wrong choice.
Your blade moves like silk.
I just let my instincts take over.
How fascinating.
This one's mine.
Execution! Our art is being interrupted.
Into the sea now. Get on the power.
Begin!
Got it. Now left hand.
Reflect on thy
Banana, let's
They
go.
smite with blackened blade.
Mine!
Photon, the waters of creation.
Execution!
Immortal goblet.
Double demon
Right away.
Destruction!
By the power of flame. Vanish without a trace. Came between heaven and
Breath
earth.
of life. Heal my wearied companion.
Cure.
Another incantation ruined. Never! What I can do!
Water. Here are creation.
On your knees.
Burning strike. Glacier field. Here's
Breath of life. Heal my wearied companion. Cure!
I can do this all day. Searing flame.
They smite with blackened blade. Execution!
Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down.
Anything in armor is all
It looks like you got this. By the power
Eagle
of
ray!
water.
Finish it!
Shion!
This one's got your name on it.
Ashes to ashes!
I'm all
Reflect on
stuffed
thy
up.
sins. They smite with blackened
Raging
blade.
storm.
Raining cloud!
Execution!
Glacial field. Here's evil.
Seismic
Rising
rupture!
Wyvern!
They're not playing around.
Devastating fire!
Dragon
The
Swarm!
waters of creation. Finish without a trace. Immortal droplet.
Breath of life!
Burn in hell!
Heal my weary companion! Cure! Heal my weary companion! Cure! Reflect on thy sins. They smite with blackened blade! I'll smash you! Execution!
Water, hear my call. Outstanding form.
Elusive deity! We've got him on the run!
Don't get cocky.
Right. Still anyone's fight.
Eagle ray!
Here I go.
Reflect on thy sins. Does it hurt? They smite with blackened blade!
Air thrust.
Execution! Seismic rupture!
They're not
Elusive
playing
deity!
around.
Take this! Cure! It's too much!
That'll bring you down. Came between heaven and earth.
Reflect on thy sins. They smite with blackened blade!
Freeze Lancer.
Seismic rupture!
Feel the hurt!
Rise and shine. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished! I
still got a ways to go.
What is this? What is this? What is this?
Is that the Zoogle we're looking for?
Right, here goes! Not today! Black and blade!
Lunar corruption! Tempest! Execution! Raging cascade! Without a trace!
Elusive deity!
The flashing parts their weak point!
Far enough! Reflect on our feet! Execution! On your finish it! In an instant! Impact block!
Thanks for the boost, Ohaline.
It was a magnificent duet. Outfit! In an instant! Impact block!
And that takes care of the Zoogles. Wait, what's this? There's more than just clothing here. The leftovers of some kind of meal. What's it doing in a place like this? For now, let's report back to Ulzebek.
Did we really just spend that much money?
Get lost!
I think they might be black and blade!
This one's mine! Thunder Shield! Resurrection!
Execution!
Don't get in my way!
On your
Dance in the way of power and flame! Go for the weak points!
elusive deity!
Winds of heaven!
No storm shall break this night! Begin! Take care! Elusive deity! Waiting pile driver! Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclone!
Remember to tell me if you need healing.
I expect you'll be in high demand if that's the case.
Gotta break through.
Now you see what I can do! I'll take you all on this! Elusive deity! Demon Blast!
Now!
Law! Hey! Blow them away! Crumble! Eagle Ray!
Dance in the blast!
Elusive deity!
Heaven and earth!
Do it! Pile driver! No dawn shall break
Don't you think you've saved up enough power at this point?
I was just waiting for the right moment.
Stop being shy.
Xion! Calm down! What is it, Hoodle? You want to go back?
Animal intuition, perhaps? Come and face me, reflect on thy sins. They smite with far enough! This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it. I'll leave it to you.
In here!
Won't save you!
It's good to be prepared!
Execution!
All right!
Now we're not...
It's showtime! Do it!
Victory is within reach.
Dig deep, and we can do this!
Impressive fervor, little one. How much longer will our healing arts last?
Everything we need is here.
Hopefully this will help the reconstruction start again.
You're lost in your thoughts again.
It was probably the blazing sword they needed, not me.
People who know you see you.
We all have a hard time with the discrepancy between our true self and the impression others have of us. But I doubt such knowledge will help you feel any better right now.
Hey, why don't we go back to Ulzebek? There's no point in staying here anyway.
Right. Let's go.
Back, are ya? How did it go?
Not bad. It should be all taken care of.
Oh, wow, that's great! I knew I could count on the Blazing Sword. Thank you, I really appreciate it.
The Blazing Sword until the bitter end, huh? I wonder what he would have done if I'd turned him down.
Well, I guess he probably would have been disappointed that you couldn't help him.
But I can't help everyone. It's like I'm doomed to fail them. Sometimes I think Volron was right. Is this my only choice? Drop everything every time someone needs help? Is that even me anymore? I talk to Nazimir like I'm some sort of role model. But look at me. What future?
Alphen.
I knew it would be like this if I came to the city. Why did I agree to come?
Alphen. Why did you save me? Was it just because you were a hero?
No, of course not. That's not it. I just...
You chose to fight because you had a reason, right? Regardless of what that reason may have been. Don't forget that you have friends. That there are people who can help guide you. That's part of the reason why I wanted you to come here with me. It's because I wanted to help remind you of that fact. From what I remember, there should be someone in this city who can help you in ways that the rest of us can't.
The Crimson Crows? No, not them. Doc. Right. Doc. Oh yeah, Doc's living in Ulzebek now.
What? Hey!
La!
The walls have been torn down and the worlds have become one, but people still divide themselves.
Some do, but not everyone. Take that tailor, for instance.
You're right. As long as there are those who try to join hands together, we can move forward, even if only one step at a time.
Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over our heads.
You can never be too prepared. But did we have to spend so much?
You're looking good, Doc.
You aren't looking too good yourself, though. I've been wondering when you'd show up. So, what is it? I don't know what you're struggling with, but just spit it out. That's the reason you've come here, isn't it?
I can't keep any secrets from you, can I? So, the truth is...
I see. So everyone comes to you asking for your help.
I don't mind being relied on. I mean, I'm happy to help. It's just that...
They take it for granted because you're a hero. That must be tough. I don't blame you.
I just don't understand. Renans hate me without question, while Danans call me a hero. Who in the world am I?
We spend such a long time as slaves. In some ways, I suppose we're still trying to get free. Listen, Alphen. How many hands do you have?
Hands? Well, I have 2.
And how many things can you hold at once with those 2 hands?
Oh.
You think the blazing sword can hold hundreds or thousands of things at once just because he's a hero? Nonsense.
Well...
All they see is the legend. They can't tell the difference between Alphen the person and Alphen the blazing sword. That's your real problem, isn't it? So you need to tell them. Remind them that you only have 2 hands.
Are you saying I should abandon people even when they're asking for my help?
Not at all. You want to help everyone. That's a great mindset, and there's nothing wrong with it. However, in order for you to meet everyone's needs, you would have to grow 1,000 hands. No, even 1,000 wouldn't be enough. You'd still miss something, and the people would still complain. All you can do is choose what's important to you. What will you do with just those 2 hands of yours? You are the one who decides, Alphen. Not the people, not the blazing sword, but you.
I decide. I decide for myself. I do.
Mosgul is being used as housing for Renans, so we can't go in.
The Renans there must be living pretty rough.
They say it's temporary until they can relocate to Pelegion, at the very least. I hear it's been improved quite a bit since Doc and I lived there.
What's going on?
I don't know, but it's gotta be something big.
That's the blazing sword, you know.
Everyone, listen. I once fought with my friends against the Renan Lords. I did so because I thought it was the way to save everyone. I always thought that I had an obligation to fight, to help those unable to fend for themselves. But I realized I was wrong. I can certainly fight to some extent, but I'm still just a human. I'm not a god or a hero.
What are you saying?
No way! You mean you're not going to help us anymore?
That's not what I'm saying. I want to do all I can. But not because I'm some hero. Not because anyone told me to. I want to do it because I choose to. Even so, there's a limit to what I can do. That's why.
You're saying you'll be a hero who helps when you're truly needed.
Nath.
When Zephyr died, we foisted that responsibility entirely on you, rather than sharing the burden. Eventually, you'll be gone, just like Zephyr. Everyone dies in the end, whether they are a hero or not. We need to learn to fend for ourselves, and not rely entirely on you. Or on any individual, for that matter. Am I right?
Right. Exactly. I believe that is the path to real, lasting freedom. For all of us. But each and every one of you will need to work together. I'm asking for your help.
You heard him. The time for depending completely on others is over. From here on out, we have to find ways to do whatever we can on our own. As long as we work together, I'm sure we'll be fine. Go ahead and leave the rest to us. You focus on yourself. I'm sorry for burdening you with so much up until now.
Thanks.
Feeling better?
Yeah. I guess, in the end, it seems I was bound by the word hero myself.
You freaked me out when you suddenly decided to talk to everyone on your own like that.
Those who depend entirely on others cannot truly call themselves free. A good lesson that we all should keep in mind.
The people here will eventually understand. I really believe that.
If everyone can learn to truly think and decide for themselves, I think they'll start seeing a lot of things differently. And hopefully, one day, they'll realize that the differences between Danins and Renans don't matter at all.
So then, now that you've decided to follow your heart, what do you want to do next, Alphen?
I want to find Nazamil. I'm not sure what she's going through, but I can't help but feel like she needs us. But first, I want to go to Niez.
Yes.
I want to speak to the people in different cities like I did in Olzebek. I'll start with Niez. I'll start sowing the seeds in every town, so that maybe, one day...
That's quite an undertaking. Difficult for a hero, let alone one man.
Well, I guess we'll just have to lend him a hand then, won't we?
Niez it is then.
Unlike Ulzebek, both Danins and Renans live in Niez. How do you plan to start?
Good question. Do you think we should talk to people separately or together?
Separately would raise questions. I believe at the same time is better.
I wonder how people in Niez have been doing since we left.
People often need some sort of impetus to change their ways. In that sense, I doubt much has changed.
Looks like someone needs our help.
Good grief, you're...
Hey.
Alphen.
Right. I hope that kid hasn't gone too far. But speaking of doing what you want, Shion, what's something you've always wanted to do?
Me? I may have mentioned, but I have some general ideas. Cooking, clothing design, things like that. I haven't decided on a particular thing I want to do yet, though.
I see. There's no rush, so give it some thought.
Yay!
Hey.
Yeah! Yes. Nice. Hmm? That can't be.
What?
Alphen.
Right!
Sacrificing donuts. Unforgivable.
What's up with Shion?
Hell hath no fury like a hungry Shion.
We went on.
Are you Delio by any chance? Your father is looking for you.
Whoa! The blazing sword? And I remember you too!
You're the one who gave us the elevator key at Ganymede Castle.
Yep! You saved my life that day! I made it out safely thanks to you!
Glad you're safe. My name is Alphen, and this is Shion.
I'm Delio. Nice to meet you.
Your father told us what you're doing out here. This is a dangerous place for fruit picking, especially alone.
But my father's been tired, and I want to help him feel better. When I was forced to work at Ganymede Castle, I saw so many people work until they dropped. When you came and freed us all, I was so happy. That's when I decided I wanted to help people too. And I thought I could start by helping my dad. But I don't have any weapons. So I thought about what else I could do.
Delio.
How about this? We'll gather fruit for you.
Shion?
Oh, really? I haven't found any yet and was starting to worry about what I'd do.
Yes, leave it to us. You go back home and wait with your father.
Okay, got it. Thanks, Shion.
I'm sorry I answered without consulting you first.
No, it's fine. I felt the same way after all.
I just want to show support for that child.
Yeah, I know.
Let's see what you've got.
I'll take you all on! Purify all!
All back in there to more Zuko.
Keep going, take them down.
I'll show you how useful I can be.
Sleep now.
Leave the ensnaring to me. Yeah, and the covering to me. You're mine. I'll run you into dust.
I thought you were going to wreck the place. I'm not nearly finished yet. Then I'll provide assistance however I can.
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more easily.
Cut them apart to your heart. Well, I'm here to stop. Now! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
There you go, Alphen.
It's time to end this battle.
I'm right beside you.
Let free. They smite with black and gray. Rising over. Execution.
Hear my call.
Elusive deity. Can you take it? Swallowing
All right. That should do it for the Zoogles.
Let's let Cole know we're done.
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
Yes.
Right.
You did it!
Right.
I hope Cole's dream comes true.
I do too. By the way,
Yes?
I don't think we'll have enough donuts for tomorrow.
The Crimson Crows are so cool. I want to join myself someday.
Nice. I'm sure you'll make it in. When you do, I'll be right there with you.
How mature of you to be thinking about the future already.
The Crimson Crows isn't just it, though. There are a whole lot of other things I want to do, too.
Like what?
I want to go out and travel all around the world, like you guys.
That's great. Traveling's a blast.
Also, I still want to make something and sell it to people. I haven't forgotten my promise, Shion.
I'm looking forward to you making something tasty.
Have you ever thought of coming to Vicent to study? It could be an opportunity to learn about both traveling and sales.
Studying, huh? I've never done anything like that before. It sounds hard, but maybe I'll give it a try. I'll have to be brave to make life better for everyone here. Like when Alphen broke down that wall.
That is laudable insight to have at your age.
you should know, though, that balancing that with the Crimson Crows will be no easy feat.
What if you put together a new group? It could be your very own crew. Traveling the world, doing business.
Whoa, that sounds amazing! Okay, and we're gonna be called the Awesome Fearless Dreamers!
Ooh, I like it. A name like that just screams courage.
Don't you think it's a bit long? Well, I suppose it gets the idea across.
Welcome back!
We got some fruit for you. Here, take it.
Are you sure? Is it okay to touch you?
Yes, I'm all right now. Listen, I'm sorry about what I said back at Ganymede Castle.
It's okay. I was a little surprised, but Alphen told me it wasn't my fault, so I didn't let it bother me. Thanks for the fruit. It looks so delicious. I'll share some with my dad right away.
Ha ha! How wonderful. You've both been such a big help.
Our actions had greater benefits than we realized. I'm really glad we were able to free those people from slavery. Shion? What's the matter?
That child is just like I was when I was freed from my thorns. Once I no longer had to deal with them, I thought of so many things I wanted to do. Am I selfish?
No, not at all. I think it's a good thing.
I'm not so sure. But after meeting that boy, I think I want to do more of the things I thought of.
Is that right? Well, I'll be here to support you. If there's anything I can do to help, just say the word.
That means a lot. Thanks, Elfin.
So, have you thought about what you want to do first?
A little. I think that coming up with outfits sounds more fun than just reviewing clothing.
Oh, yeah? I think that's great.
Thanks. And a new look for you is at the top of my list. Hey.
Right. I got it!
Yes.
Great! We owe Doc a lot.
It's nice having someone you can rely on. Let's collect our things.
All right.
No.
Yeah.
Hmm?
How's this?
Yes. With it,
I hope your herb garden can grow well now.
it definitely will, thanks to you.
Speaking of which, I'm curious. There are Renin machines that treat sickness now. Why focus on growing medicinal herbs?
I hear you. And that technology is definitely impressive. But machines break, don't they? You can rely on them sometimes, but not always. That's when herbs come in to save the day.
That's true. Healing arts are useful as well, but sometimes you just need medicine.
The way I see it, the most important thing is knowledge. Machines break, and medicine runs out. But with the right knowledge, you can repair a machine or make more medicine. Knowledge never goes bad.
You never cease to amaze, Doc. Always thinking one step ahead.
Flattery will get you nowhere, Alphen. My knowledge is still quite limited. I'd like to expand what I know about herbs. It'd help to find a book or meet someone who knows more than I do.
Then we'll try to find that for you. Maybe there's a real herb master somewhere out there.
I'd really appreciate that. If I were younger, I'd go searching myself.
No need for that, Doc. Let us do the footwork. You just wait here.
Who might be an expert on medicinal herbs?
I might know someone who's familiar with books on them. Remember? In the Palace in Vicent.
Oh, yeah! Tigrina, the librarian!
So, you remember her name, huh? Interesting.
Hey, what's with the stink eye? We finally made it. Hurry it up, Elfin! Hey, you too, Lord Man!
Haste makes waste, young one.
Oh, don't even start with me on that. Come on, we're keeping everyone waiting.
He's right. Shion and Rinwell must be getting impatient with us too.
I don't believe that's the case. Look, they seem to be enjoying themselves.
It feels so comforting to just sit quietly side by side, next to each other. And being able to follow through with something you've set your mind to like that. It's dependable, you know?
Wow, you really have a soft spot for that sort of thing, don't you?
Are they talking about...
Yeesh. Kinda awkward if we butted in now, right, Alphen?
Not at all. We should say something.
No. It would be rude of us to interrupt. Let us assess the situation and choose the time to make our entrance with propriety.
You mean eavesdrop?
Personally, I really like those light, nimble movements. There's a graceful fluidity to them. And the strike that comes afterwards, it's always so cool, no matter which way you look at it.
Strike? Hold up!
For me, it's the poise I'm fond of. That dignified demeanor never seems to falter, all while staying alert and being receptive to even the most subtle shift in sounds.
Sounds.
I know. And those big, beautiful, thoughtful eyes. I keep finding myself inadvertently gazing into them.
Big, beautiful, and thoughtful?
She's right. Alphen does have beautiful eyes.
But if anyone has thoughtful eyes, it's Dohalim.
But surely Big Eyes refers to Law?
I can't wait to see Zare again.
The cat! When I see you speaking with other Renans, they always look so happy. It's made me realize just how many people depend on you, Dohalim.
I'm glad to be able to help, but I do feel it goes a bit too far sometimes.
You can say that again. Apparently there are even some who want you to be the new ruler of the Renan people.
I suspect their minds are still trapped in the Renan mentality that the strong have an inherent right to rule and should be followed. Unfortunately for them, the reign they envision was but a fantasy, even in the old days. Going forward, they will need to face reality.
Yeah, reality with no more lords or sovereigns.
Though there are still those enthralled by my title of former lord. I hope to see the day when they too can stand on their own two legs.
That said, I don't think people place their faith in you just because you were once a lord. I kept it from you so as not to burden you further, but there have been quite a few requests for you in Vicent as well.
Is that so? For what, pray tell?
Some want you to pass on your extensive knowledge by becoming a schoolteacher. Others say they want you to help them learn to appreciate music. And, as a request for the elegant and handsome Dohalim, there were even some who wished to be your lover.
Well, that's a scary voice.
Sounds less like people want things from him, and more like they just want him. I wish people talked about me like that!
There he goes, talking like an idiot again.
When it comes to children, they all want you to be their father. Sing them songs, read them stories, that sort of thing. It's actually rather sweet.
I see. Not all things people desire of me are quite so vapid, I suppose.
Yes. As a side note, I should mention that most of these requests happen to come from women. It must be wonderful to be so popular,
Kisara, why are you staring at me with a gaze like the coldest winter?
In the end, it sounds like wherever Dohalim goes, he leaves a string of hearts in his wake.
I certainly do no such thing.
I wonder if something happened.
Huh?
Right.
You're really someone that people can count on. You never fail to amaze me, Kisara.
We're not done yet. Vicent is currently without Dohalim. Or my brother. I've got to handle things for now.
Speaking of your brother, those siblings reminded me of you and Miguel.
I can see why. When I was a child, I caused him my fair share of trouble.
We must find the girl and return smiles to both of their faces.
Hey, you're still hanging out at the library, right? Anything interesting happen lately?
Anything interesting? Well, I have found plenty of interesting new books to read.
Yeah? Like what?
Books on horticulture, culinary techniques, things like that. Recently, I've been diving into some new topics. I've gotten to know some of the other people at the library, and they've been recommending all sorts of new books for me to try.
So they're, like, book buddies, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Any book I choose for myself is going to be colored by my own preferences, so it helps to have some outside opinions. I'm broadening my horizons.
Yeah, great. Just don't spend too much time reading. It's not healthy.
Excuse me? You're the one who brought up the library. You just wanted to say that?
No, just... never mind.
Oh. Could it maybe be that you're lonely?
Huh? As if!
There's nothing wrong with that. I feel lonely sometimes too, being away from you guys. I think it's normal for friends to miss each other. But no matter how much I wonder what you're all doing out there, it's not like I can just pop over and see you.
Yeah, kinda hard to do that when we live in different realms.
But still, it's nice that we get to hang out from time to time, like now. Even if it is, you know, in the name of necessity. I'm always looking forward to seeing you all again. And that helps give me strength when I'm alone.
I've been looking forward to seeing you all again, too. I didn't realize we both felt the same way. Alright, I'm gonna work my butt off when I get back to the Crimson Crows. I've gotta be able to keep up with you, after all.
Just don't go overboard and get yourself injured.
It'll be fine. I'm far too tough to get injured that easily.
See? It's exactly that kind of attitude that I'm worried about. Ugh.
Got your face stuck in a book as usual, huh? What kind of stuff do you read, anyway?
All sorts of things. Ancient accounts, histories. Just recently, I was reading a book about astral arts.
So what's the point? Does this, like, make your astral arts stronger?
No. I just read because I like to learn. Though, it is also helpful for my research.
Research?
Mm-hmm. For example, I'm looking into whether it's possible to combine Danon magic with Renin astral arts. I'm also interested in the mausoleums and Dana's past.
Okay, I'll admit, I'm not totally following. But, is there a purpose to this research? Like a goal?
A purpose? Well, I guess there is something I'd like to try someday. I want to try writing my own book, instead of just reading what others have written.
This is the first I'm hearing of it. What kind of book do you want to write?
I have several ideas I've been thinking about, but most of all, I'd like to write about Danon magic. Leave as much of my knowledge behind as possible, you know? And also, if there are any other Danons out there who can use magic, like me, maybe that book could help me find them.
Wow, you've really thought this through. You're amazing, you know that?
What's gotten into you? I'll have you know that flattery won't get you anywhere.
Law is correct. All the knowledge you've gained on Danon Magecraft would be lost if not made manifest. That book would serve as a guiding light to scholars for generations to come.
You're gonna embarrass me if you keep talking like that. It's no big deal. I just like to study, that's all.
I know what you mean. Whether books or art, there is an indescribable, fragrant allure to those things that have traversed the ages.
Yeah. Who doesn't like the smell of old books?
Yeah, totally! They do smell, yummy, don't they?
What? La, please don't eat my books.
Hey. What?
How's this? Huh?
Got it. We've got the book. Let's take it back to Doc.
She really is an amazing librarian. A bit unique, though. Well...
No.
How about it? Dohalim? Where do relics come from? Well, that's an interesting title. I wonder what it has to say.
An intriguing question indeed. Where do relics come from, and where do they go? I'd love to learn our predecessors' views on the subject.
But objects don't move on their own, you know.
That's not what the title means. Finally. If only we could have flown with the... What?
My thanks.
Huh? Yeah. Yeah?
Thank you.
Okay.
Do you think the missing girl was fighting with her brother?
It's what siblings do. My brother and I were also separated for a time, though that was less of a fight and more me rejecting him.
Kisara... Don't worry. We'll find that girl, no matter what.
Yes. Let's.
Well... Huh?
Good.
Yeah.
Agreed.
We finally made it.
We found a book for you, Doc. Apparently, it's full of details about medicinal herbs.
Oh, amazing. All these illustrations are a big help. I'll be able to grow so much more with this.
Great to hear. That makes all the searching worthwhile.
The owner said if there's anything you need to know, just contact the palace in Vicent and she'll respond.
How considerate. You really went out of your way for me on this one, huh?
I feel busier now than when everyone called you a hero, Alphen.
You may be right. But now Doc's herb garden will succeed, and a lot of people will get help.
I can't disagree with that.
As I'm sure you already know, that's just how he is. You can give up on ever trying to change him.
Oh, I gave up long ago. It's part of what makes him Alphen.
You guys are gonna make me blush.
Enough of this. Let's get what we came for and get going.
Sure. Here you go. Feel free to come back anytime.
I must say, I'm impressed with the old man's keen insight.
I know, right? I've always known him as a dependable person, but Doc still surprises me every time I see him. He's always looking at the big picture.
I agree. But, you know, those same things apply to you, Alphen. You should be proud of yourself as well.
Thanks, Shion.
If Doc ever does end up meeting the librarian, though, he might be in for a bit of a surprise.
That's for sure. She certainly is somewhat unique.
Who knows? They might end up getting along.
They do seem to share a similar passion for knowledge. Perhaps they could spend some meaningful time with one another.
Anyway, I'm glad the Sovereign and Maiden outfits are back in our hands.
Me too. Now we can wear them whenever we want.
Yeah, you should wear them every day to make all the trouble we went through worthwhile.
The whole point of owning clothes you like is having the freedom to wear what you want when you want to. It's no fun if you feel obligated to wear something.
That's right. You shouldn't need a reason to dress up. You should just dress for yourself, because it's something you want to do.
I'm surprised. It's rare for us to have the same opinions on clothing. Maybe you're finally starting to understand fashion.
Well, I did have a good teacher.
My, you two have gotten close.
Looking back on our travels, Alphen, it occurs to me that you volunteered to help countless people by performing relatively menial tasks.
Maybe instead of a hero, they should call you a handyman.
That title probably suits me better than Sovereign or Blazing Sword.
Alfred, the handyman. Nah, sorry, that's lame.
Thanks! Finally. If only we could...
It's noisy in here, isn't it?
Things should calm down a little once we're through with this place.
Optimistic as always.
An opponent like this should be easy. I'll take you. Come and face me! Reflect on that stick. They smite with blackened blades! Dragon Sword! Can't get out of this!
It's over! Astral energy! Full throttle!
That worked like a dream.
I pity anyone who stands in our way.
Right, here goes!
That'll bring you down!
Blackened blade!
By the power of flame! Vanish without a trace!
Execution! I'll blind you with a shot!
Get toasty!
Burn strike!
A chain between
Pesky airborne scoundrels!
sounds like a job for yours truly! Do it! This one's got your name on it!
Action to action!
Illuminate the dark! Come forth, holy
Eagle
glimmer!
rage! Behold! The earth pulse! Tectonic vision!
We can really make weapons with this?
Look! It's gotta be that book over there!
But it doesn't look like those Zoogles are going anywhere anytime soon.
We can't let the book get damaged. We have to get it back quickly.
Courteous, aren't you?
I never miss! Thunder field! By the blade you can rain! Finish without a trace! The waters of creation!
Here I come! Eagle ray! Flying free!
What did they took this night? Not much longer to go!
Can you come up? One final
It's
push!
amazing what you can do this together, Elvis.
You always were interested in them.
Shield!
This one's got your name on it!
Action to action! So,
Like
how did you like my eruption? Prepare to be seized,
Let's talk more to her! Oh, thank goodness. It's a little dirty, but it looks mostly unharmed.
As this book's knowledge is imparted to those who possess it, it may become a relic itself someday.
That's true. I feel like I found the answer to the book's question before I even read it. Relics sure are fascinating, aren't they, Dohalim?
Indeed. They're stimulating and teach us countless new things.
But we ought to return this one to its rightful place. Let's go back to Vicent, shall we? Books are easily damaged, so we've got to handle it with care.
You're the temperamental one here. You be careful.
Oh, shut up! Thunderblade!
Stop it! Stop it!
We've reached our destination. That's it! That's the book!
Thank you so much.
It took us on quite the journey, but I think we were able to grow as a result.
Oh, right. That book was dropped before we found it. But it isn't seriously damaged, is it?
It looks to be fine. No pages are missing from what I can tell. The cover's a little scuffed up, but I can take care of that no problem.
Oh, good. Then this valuable text is back where it belongs.
Yeah, it's a relief the book made its way back. But more importantly, since you're the one who said you really wanted to read the book, nothing would make me happier than you giving it a read.
Well, like Dohalim said, it's already taught us the importance and appeal of relics. Really, I should be the one thanking you. But I'll definitely read it after you've finished restoring it.
Yes. I'll let you know once it's ready. I'd love to hear your thoughts.
I wonder when I'll be able to read that book. I can hardly wait to crack it open.
Once we've both finished it, we should share our thoughts on what it has to say.
Maybe I'll give it a read too.
Why bother? I'm sure you'll fall asleep after a few pages.
The hell I will! Just you watch. I'll show you I can do something if I set my mind to it. We finally made it.
What's that?
Here we go!
Let's dispose of the trash.
Outline you as a
Winds of heaven! Burst forth!
everlasting star. Demon Blast. Eagle Ray.
Do it! Astral energy!
Say no more.
Well done!
It's almost too strong.
Split it open.
Be my guest.
Rising Wyvern.
Charge like that. Easily be taken.
Just how I'm here to stop
it!
Sonic Thrust. Eagle Ray. Lightning Blade.
It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire!
I didn't ask for more.
Take this.
An astral art?
That's my cue.
Shut him down.
Elusive Deity. Demon Blast.
More Sukos?
Keep calm and take them down.
Can you take it?
I'm on a roll.
Rising Wyvern.
Come on. Lunar corruption.
Rising
Lunar
Wyvern.
blast. I'm all stuffed up.
Can you take it?
By the power of
Victory is within them. Hitting pile tire. Eagle Ray. Take it. Outline you as a duck. You picked the wrong blade. No arts are being interrupted. On your
healing Thanks for the healing. Watch yourself, okay? Yeah, you too.
I can't imagine what we'd do without you, Linwell.
Who, me? That's a little much, don't you think?
I'm serious. You're a lifesaver.
Begin! Demon Blast! Start up! Rising Falcon!
We're good to go.
The girl's nowhere in sight.
If the Zeugles were gathered here, maybe she's nearby. Let's keep searching. Over there. Is that?
I was so scared.
So you were hiding in the bushes. I'm glad we found you.
You were surrounded by Zeugles. Did you get hurt?
No, I'm fine. Thanks to you.
That's good. But what were you doing out here all by yourself?
I just wanted to repair my bracelet. I'm sorry.
Your bracelet?
You mean that one woven from grass? It does look tattered.
My mom wove this for me a long time ago. And this is where my dad gathered the grass for it.
So it's a keepsake from your parents.
But my brother accidentally stepped on it. Even though it's so important to me.
That explains why you were fighting.
I just wanted to fix it. So I came here to gather more grass to weave it back together.
And did you find any?
Yeah, but I don't know how to weave. If Mom were here, she could show me.
Here, let me see that bracelet. And the grass, too.
Huh? There you are!
Thank goodness. I'm so glad you're safe. I was worried sick this whole time.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to fix my bracelet.
No, it's my fault. I know how important that bracelet is to you. I should have been more careful.
You won't believe this, but this nice lady wove it back together for me.
Huh?
I did. My older brother taught me to weave.
So not only did you find my sister, but you went out of your way to fix her bracelet, too? Thank you so much. I sure am glad you're here in Menancia. You're our savior.
I've done nothing special. Plenty of people in Menancia joined together to help. People in town were worried about you and helped with the search. Both Danans and Renans alike.
Vicente is amazing. I'm so glad we moved here. In any other city, my sister might have been lost forever. I can't thank you enough.
You two should both treasure each other. You're the only family you've got, and that's something special.
That's for sure. Thanks, miss.
Kisara.
No, please don't say anything. Not now, Dohalim. I simply do all in my power for the people of this realm. The realm my brother loved.
I see. This realm has a bright future ahead of it.
It certainly does.
Wow, Kisara. I'm amazed you know how to weave grass like that. You said you learned it from Miguel, right? It sounds like he really did teach you everything.
Yes. Just like that girl's mother. He used to weave grass into bracelets and necklaces for me back when we were kids.
Kisara?
Sorry, it's just... It occurred to me that something he taught me to make me smile is now bringing a smile to someone else's face. I know that I could never be as great as my brother.
You were the one who decided to fix the bracelet and find the girl.
Dohalim.
Miguel's dream is still alive thanks to you.
You're right. Thanks to meeting all of you, I can say my dreams are no longer just dreams.
Exactly. I couldn't even hope to count all the times I've been saved by your shield.
Yeah, Kisara. I can even do some housework now because you taught me.
You've always been a really good listener when I've got something on my mind.
And that one time I stained my clothes during a meal, I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't been there to help.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. It sounds like I've been helping all of you more than I realized. The ideals imparted to us can still be made a reality, but only by those who are alive now, in the present. I chose that path. There's still a long way to go, but for some reason, I feel radiant right now.
Oh? How very curious. Walking next to you, I feel the same way.
Masks?
They left. What was that all about?
It sure doesn't seem like any sort of festival. I've got a very bad feeling about this.
The way they didn't seem to be listening to anything brings back some bad memories, huh?
What we saw at Volron's castle. You're right. Just what's going on?
And those masks.
Yeah. They look just like the iron mask I once wore.
We should find someone who can fill us in.
They're all wearing masks.
They aren't responding to anything we say. What's going on?
Maybe we can find someone without a mask. They're all wearing the same masks. Even the Renans. Hey, can you hear me? Hello? It's useless. What's going on? Do these come off?
Removing them should be our last resort. If the masks caused this, who knows what happens if we take them off?
They don't look hurt, but they're so silent. It's creepy.
Either Danon or Renan is fine. Isn't there anyone here without a mask?
Maybe they've taken shelter somewhere. Let's have a look around.
Who is it?
Bayfun? You're safe. What's happening? What was wrong with those people out front?
Well... A while back, some very odd folk showed up in town. They were all wearing masks, but there were both Renans and Danons among them. But that wasn't the weirdest part of the whole thing. Who do you think was leading them?
I don't know. Who?
Nazamil.
What do you mean? How could Nazamil be leading them?
It's exactly as I said. Only one person was wearing a different mask than the others, and it was her. No doubt about it. They called themselves Cal Basil.
The one path.
They said they had come to bring peace. However, their methods made that very hard to believe.
You mean you couldn't stop them? What happened? Where were the Darkwings?
Nazamil was using some astral art. It was nearly impossible to resist her.
I see. But you managed to slip away and hide here.
What is Nazamil up to? Turning people into her puppets with those masks.
They say they bring peace. And I guess technically, they can't fight if they're all being controlled like that.
Nazamil told us to be patient a little longer, didn't she?
Whatever is going to happen, it must be imminent. Do you know where they were headed?
Shinefall Woods, in Ganeth Harrows. I know it's odd, but when someone asked where they came from, that's where they said their base is.
They're not even trying to hide? Could it be some kind of trap?
We'll just have to go and find out. I I see no other options.
Phase 1's coming along well. Just you wait.
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
I'm hungry! So hungry! I could eat a whole horse by myself!
I bet. Speaking of dinner, I think it's Shion's turn to cook tonight, right?
I believe so. Let's ask if she can get started sooner rather than later. If for no other reason than to settle law down.
What? Something wrong?
Hush. They sound quite excited about something.
From what I've heard, a lot of people have been copying Kagari and Notio's wedding ceremony from last year.
Yeah, it's a traditional Renin ceremony, but ever since they got married, it's gotten super popular, even among Danon couples.
The whole thing was just so lovely. It was my first time attending a wedding, but I can definitely see the appeal.
Lovely, yeah. Oh, and all the food they served was delicious too.
I know, there was so much food, but everything they served was carefully chosen. And you could taste the care put into every bite. And the flowers. The arrangement they chose for Kagari's bouquet was a perfect fit for her. Also, during the banquet after the ceremony, Kagari and Notio were telling me the whole story about how they found their new house. They said it was okay if it was simple and bare bones. They just wanted a warm place where they could spend their days together. I want that too. A joyous ceremony for a loving couple starting a new life together. I guess dreams really can come true. It was a perfect day.
Sounds like someone may have been taking notes.
No, it's not like that. Anyway, Kisara, how about you?
Me? Well, I certainly don't think marriage is the most important thing in life. That said, I'll admit having a wedding ceremony does seem nice.
Really? It sounds like you both feel the same way then. Oh, speaking of which, Kisara, do you remember what you said at Kagari and Notio's ceremony? About the bouquet toss?
You mean how if you can't catch a bouquet, you'll end up always being single and alone? Yeah, I'm sorry about that. As it turns out, that isn't true at all.
What? It isn't?
Apparently not. I actually just found out recently myself. I'm really sorry. I shouldn't have mentioned it without checking first.
This is quite an interesting conversation. In more ways than one.
Seriously? Who cares about weddings and all that kind of stuff? Let's go already! I'm starving!
If we must. Personally, I feel it's rather boorish of you to spoil their fun.
Hey! You guys talking about weddings?
Oh, you three are finally back. Yeah, it turns out weddings are all the rage these days.
I have heard the same. There is no denying that Notio and Kagari's ceremony was a delightful occasion, filled with warmth and understanding.
That's for sure. Even after the ceremony was over, Shion just kept going on and on about how nice it had been.
I don't know about that.
Really? I guess I never realized.
Law must be misremembering, that's all. Anyway, I've got a dinner to make.
Seems like it's a bit of a touchy subject for her. It would probably be best not to press her on it.
What is it, Alphen? Is something the matter?
No, sorry, I'm just realizing that there's so much I don't know. I had no idea that weddings were popular, that Shion was so interested in them. Any of it.
Don't let it get to you. Paying attention to such things is simply not in your nature.
Damn, Dohalim. Are you trying to cheer the poor guy up or rub salt in the wound?
No, it's fine, Law. Dohalim is right. Still, it's something I need to work on. Otherwise, it could get me into real trouble in the future. Maybe someday I'll, find someone I want to marry. If my bride is someone who cares deeply about the wedding ceremony, then that means it should be important to me, too. I don't want to use my own ignorance as an excuse to make my bride-to-be do all the planning. That would be a huge burden for one person to carry, right?
That may be the case, but I'm still not sure what you're getting at.
I just think that it's important to know about weddings. Not only weddings, but marriage in general. I need to learn more about them so I can be prepared. I want to do some research and fill in the gaps in my knowledge. That way I'll have the confidence to help out and make informed decisions when the time comes. But I've never done something like this before. I have no idea where to even begin. So...
You're saying you want us to help you out? You got it! To be honest, I don't really know that much about the subject myself, though.
Thanks, Law.
Oh, speaking of which, you should definitely make sure to ask Shion for help. There's probably nothing about nuptials that she doesn't know.
No. Sorry, but I, want to keep this a secret from her. Because, I'm doing this for my own benefit. So I want to do as much of it as possible on my own, without being a burden on anyone else. I realize I'm asking for some assistance from all of you guys, but I don't want to bother Shion with this. If I did, then I'd end up relying on her too much. I really want to avoid that. So, I want to do this research, but I also want to keep Shion from finding out about it. Can you help me?
Whoa, that was a whole lot of words. But I think I get what you're trying to say. You could have just said you don't want to cause trouble by not knowing anything, because you finally decided you want to marry Shion. Ow!
You need to work on your filter, Law. You don't have to say every thought that pops into your head. You aren't a little kid, are you?
Ah! Oh. Sorry.
My. Those growing pains can sure pack a wallop.
At any rate, I think I speak for all of us when I say we are sympathetic to your cause. We shall assist in your research and keep it to ourselves. You should go about this endeavor in your own way. If you do not wish to involve Shion at this time, then so be it. But be mindful that should she find out, you'll likely need to explain all of this to her.
The pursuit of knowledge is a noble one. I'm rooting for you, Alphen.
Thanks, all of you. I'm gonna take advantage of this opportunity to gather as much info as I can.
So, Alphen, what kind of information are you after first? What's the most important thing to know about weddings?
Flowers, maybe?
You know, Shion was saying something about bouquets.
What was that, Rinwell?
Nothing. I didn't say anything. I agree, though. Flowers that match the bride are a must.
They are, right? By the way, will our cover be okay? I don't want Shion to know what I'm up to.
We're good. Kisara's on Shion distraction duty, so we should have plenty of time. We'll make sure Shion keeps busy while you're gathering information. That way you should be able to keep it a secret from her.
Thanks. I don't mean to cause trouble for everyone just because of some weird whim of mine.
We don't mind, but be sure to explain everything to Shion at some point. So, you need info on flowers. What do you want to know exactly?
What kind of flowers are best for a wedding? If there are any special kinds you need? That kind of thing. White's the best color, right?
I think you should talk to an expert on the subject. Anyone come to mind?
Well, I don't know how much he knows about flowers, but Mahavar sailed around the world. Maybe somewhere on his travels he picked up some knowledge about flora.
He's taken us out on his ship lots of times. Starting with our pursuit of Almadria. He's in Thistleum now, right? I'm pretty sure that's what Dohalim said.
Let's go see if he can help.
was able to distract Shion. I hope she doesn't suspect anything.
That's great, Kisara. The way forward is clear now, thanks to you.
Yeah! Let's hurry and go ask Mahavar about the flowers.